What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I got a hot take. As you guys see it in the thumbnail, you see it in the title. Urethane is actually good on a house shot. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys why that is. But before you do, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, as half of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, and it's an easy way to help support the channel. And I'm trying to catch Darren Tang, and I'm so far behind him, it's not even funny. And with your help, I can get there. And if you like the jersey I'm wearing in this video, this is a Cool Wick Elite Series jersey. You can go to coolwick.com and use my promo code Napoles10. That'll get you 10% off your entire order. And then down below in the description, there's going to be links where you can order anything bowling related. It is a great way to help support the channel. So before I tell you why urethane is good on house, we're going to talk about these balls a little bit and why these are my urethane balls of choice. This is the 900 Global Zen U, and the reason I choose this over something like a Pitch Black is because for me, the Pitch Black likes to lock up and roll super forward, where the Zen U likes to create a little bit more shape down lane. And then this is the Overseas 900 Global Vintage. It's basically been my go-to urethane ball ever since I got it. Now, it is an overseas ball. It's not available stateside, but you guys can see on the lanes, it is a really, really good urethane option. All right, so why is urethane good on house? Basically one reason and one reason only, and that's over-under. In a lot of these house shot conditions, like you're going to see here at South Point, there's going to be a lot of over-under. Well, damn, Lewis, what does over-under mean? Over-under means that when you miss in, the ball's going to underhook or not hook at all. And when you miss to the outside, it's going to hook a ton. Over-under. So one way to combat over-under ball reaction is to use something that's going to be strong enough in the oil that it's going to hook a little bit. And when you get it into the friction, it's not going to hook a ton. And that's exactly what urethane is. Now, I think that urethane is a really good option in league, at least on the fresh, just to tame that down lane ball motion. And that's exactly what we're going to see here on lane 63 on a fresh, typical house shot. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys ever throw urethane on house. Why or why not? All right, so we're going to start here in the Zen U. And you're going to notice that we're going to start left and then migrate our way right with the Zen U throughout this video. But you will see that when we get into the Vintage, we're going to be way left of the Zen U. See. And then when we get to the desk, I'll talk to you guys about wiping the ball and how long I stay in urethane. We're going to move a little left now and get into the Vintage. All right, we got to move right of that a little bit. We're going to move right off that flat 10. See if we can't get the ball to go through the pins here the right way. All right, so I think if I get my footwork where it needs to be, that's going to be pack 10. Let's try that here. Yeah, I think with both of these, I'm trying to create too much angle. So this is going to be more up the lane here. Yeah, that was a really good shot. Let's see if we can't repeat that here. Yeah, this is definitely the line here. Let's repeat that. All right, now we are in the Vintage. Yeah, the Vintage especially comes off the friction so smooth. Let's repeat that shot here. All right, so how does a righty blow or 7-pin like that? That's so disgusting. right, so I want to talk about two things with urethane specifically. There is going to be a carry down factor, but the carry down doesn't happen just because the bowling ball is urethane. The carry down happens from the oil not being absorbed into the ball in between shots. And if you don't wipe the oil, then of course it's going to cause some carry down because it remains on the cover. But also, if the flare rings are really, really small and the ball is flaring over itself the entire way down the lane, that is also going to cause some carry down. And then when we talk about wiping the oil off the cover, I typically am pretty thorough, even with just regular reactive balls. But with urethane balls, I'm extra thorough. Make sure that all the oil, or as much of the oil as possible, is wiped off the cover of the ball in between shots. All right, so we're gonna get back on the lanes now, and we're gonna start to chase these right instead of normally left. And with urethane, I like to chase it right until I can't anymore, and then I will transition into something like an asymmetrical solid ball, like the Reality, like the DNA. Those are the type of balls that I like to go to after urethane. All right, back into the Zen U now. Yeah, the Blaster 9 pins with urethane are some of my favorite hits. Got that one right. Oh, it's gonna be good. All right, that was a good one where it didn't jump off the friction like reactive. Let's try that again. So far I'm feeling like the vintage is that more traditional urethane type shape. It comes off it way more. All right, sorry. All right, so what I meant to say was that the Zen U comes off it harder than the vintage, is what I meant to say. All right, so we've had some pretty interesting leaves. Thankfully, no big splits. All single pins. I can live with that. Back into the Zen U now. Yeah, that one comes off it a lot harder. So that was a little slow and I spun it, but you can see just how much more down lane motion this is than the vintage. That's a good one. All right, the goal is definitely to repeat that last shot there, for sure. Yeah, got that one in. You gotta get it going towards the friction. All right, back in the vintage, definitely want to focus on getting that ball going into the friction, keeping that tempo nice and low. All right, one more shot here before our second break. So you guys are seeing now like why urethane can be really good on house. When you get it into the friction, it doesn't want to jump off the spot. And my biggest thing with urethane and house shots is don't let other people's opinion deter you from trying urethane. A lot of times people just say, just don't throw urethane on house. It messes up the shot, this, that, or the other. You just have to learn to adjust in a different way. And me personally, I prefer the transition of urethane on house than reactive resin, where I just have to get left and just shove it right. So let's get back on the lanes and continue to make some pretty high quality shots. All right, last group of shots here. And I think that as we've progressed, the shot has developed to be in my favor here. Ooh. Yeah, I missed right. I can't believe that came back. Definitely not the goal to shove it that far right. I mean, regardless of what anyone says about urethane or whatever, this is good ball motion. Oh! That should have been 0. All right, back into the vintage. Let's make sure we're not missing in like we did with the Zen U. Oh! Yeah, so that last shot was a little twirly. But come on, that should have struck. Let's be better here. That better strike. All right, one more shot with the vintage. We'll get back into that Zen U. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think that's my first split of the day with these urethane balls. Back into the Zen U. Oh, missed the end. Woo! I think that's the first shot all day that I struck while missing in. Let's not abuse that here. And then you shove it right and it hooks a ton. All right, last shot with the Zen U. Let's get in between those shots. Finish on a good note with this ball. There we go. All right, back in the vintage for 3 shots before we wrap up this video. Missed in by a mile. Wow. All right, so this is Chris throwing the Zen after all this urethane has gone down the lane. See if we experience any kind of carry down. Definitely a little carry down. All right, so Chris definitely experienced a little carry down on that last shot. He's gonna move 2 right with his feet, 0 with his eyes, and execute the exact same shot. Bang. You wanna throw one more from there? All right, this is gonna be the last shot of the video here. Chris is gonna go back to that same spot just for confirmation. But I think all in all, that was definitely the right spot. Let's see. Woo! All right, guys, well, there you have it. That is why throwing urethane on a house shot is good, and I think could ultimately be a good idea. I think the most important shots of this entire video were the last 3 that Chris threw. Understanding the urethane transition is a really big part of tournament bowling. And Chris went to where his normal spot on the lane is, and you could tell that the ball pushed a little further than what it normally does, especially being a super low RG ball like that Zen that has a little bit of surface on it. Went super light, made a move of 2 and 0 to the right and struck, went back to that same spot and struck again, and 2 really good looking shots. So just understanding the transition of the urethane is going to be a really big learning curve when going to urethane. And if you want to throw urethane on the fresh just to kind of eliminate that super bounce that you're experiencing to the right, I think it can be a really good idea. And going forward, I'm going to start to maybe take a look at throwing some urethane on the fresh on house shots. So guys, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, as more than half of you guys are not subscribed. It's an easy way and a great way to help support the channel. Click right here to watch another one of my videos. Click right here to subscribe. Until next time.